In order to access the driveshaft, you'll need to lower the exhaust. Remove the rear and center hangers. This car has an aftermarket exhaust, so your process may vary slightly. Lower the exhaust down. Remove the heat shield sitting between the exhaust and the driveshaft. You should now have access to the driveshaft carrier. Make a cut slightly to the side of the bottom of the carrier frame. Then unbolt one side of the carrier and loosen the other to gain access to the side of the carrier and make another cut. Using a razor blade, cut the metal frame away from the bearing. Then cut the remaining excess center rubber rib all the way around until it's flush with the base layer of rubber, but keep the base layer of rubber intact. Do not cut all the way down to bare metal. Clean up as needed. Your bearing should look like this when you're done. Now you can install the new carrier. Start with the top half with the bushing in it and slide it over top of the bearing with the text facing the front of the vehicle. Then bring the bottom half up to meet it and connect the two together using the provided Allen bolts. Loctite is recommended. As you tighten the bolts, switch back and forth from left to right so the bolts don't bind in the holes. A small gap may form between the two bushings. This is normal. To mount the carrier to the car, take a provided shoulder bolt, add a fender washer, an isolation damper with the small end facing up, place it up through the carrier, add another isolation damper with the small end facing down, and place the small gold washer on the very top. Loosely thread that into the car and repeat these steps on the other side. Bolt, fender washer, isolation damper, up through the carrier, another isolation damper, and the small washer on top. Loctite is again recommended. Tighten and torque both bolts to the car, reinstall your heat shield and exhaust, and your installation is complete.